Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be doing Siege Remastered. My older breakdowns had some technical issues that we're going to update, and I've learned significantly more lore since these episodes were first shot. Today we're going to be breaking down the Horus Heresy trailer, Deploy by Sodaz, and Siege by Sodaz, going through the lore, culture, and tactics of the Imperial Fists and the Iron Warriors. This episode is brought to you by Starforge.com, an officially licensed Games Workshop merchandise shop selling the finest jewelry, pins, purity seals, busts, and so much more. Right now they're offering an 8% off their waterproof Imperial mailer bag. This isn't just for show, it's a ruggedized and functional piece of equipment perfect for any Imperial pilgrim. Included is a cutting board, water bottle, and even an Ultramarines themed umbrella. If you're looking to get some bling for yourself or a loved one this Christmas, Starforge.com has a variety of necklaces, rings, challenge coins, and pendants for every faction. If you're a pious and loyal Imperial citizen, a Xeno sympathizer, or even a worshiper of the dark gods, they have something for you. Check out the links in the description below.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war! From the skies of terror to the galactic rim. Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
To say this trailer goes hard is the understatement of the century. In the first few seconds, we see an Imperial Fist see Horus Lupercal walking alone, and he mentally says the word bet and bum rushes the Warmaster before being impaled. You must admire his unwillingness to give up, something the Imperial Fists are legendary for. To set the stage very briefly for the 50th time as if you're brand new, the Emperor of Mankind is a powerful psychic being who wants to conquer the stars for humanity. He creates perfect gene-edited sons called Primarchs and genetically engineered warriors known as Space Marines. Dark gods steal his sons and throw them all over the galaxy. He finds them one by one while conducting a great crusade. Horus, his greatest general, is corrupted by the dark gods and kicks off a galaxy-wide civil war. The Civil War and the universe it bursts has captivated millions of people worldwide, partially because of its rich characters, which Rogul Dorn, the Primarch of the Imperial Fists, is. Scattered to the frozen, title-locked planet of Inuit, he was raised by House Dorn, a powerful clan on its surface. While there was war between great houses, Inuit survived its colonization and time during the Age of Strife with its technology intact. The frozen wastes of the planet were home to megafauna and monsters, making the settlers of Inuit a stern, self-reliant, and strong people. Hunting, fishing, and managing meager resources was a requirement and demanded the full attention of every soul, highborn and low. Rogul was valued by his people as an innovative and dogged force capable of defending the interests of House Dorn, restoring lost technologies and habitats, and uniting the planet. By the time the Emperor found Rogul, he had re-established a solar empire and reactivated the Phalanx, a space-faring fortress and the largest man-made ship in existence. Dorn gifted it to his father, only for it to be returned to him along with a legion of Space Marines, the Imperial Fists. The Emperor often fought alongside the Fists during the Great Crusade as they were reliable reliable and stout troops without any of the flaws and idiosyncrasies of other, more specialist legions. Rogel Dorn and his Gene Sons took a humble, if brimming pride at their place in the Imperium, ever proud to conquer worlds, create impregnable bastions, recruit a few worthy souls, and then move on. When the Emperor quit the Great Crusade to pursue the secret human webway project, he took Dorn with him, charged him with the defense and fortification of Holy Terra and the Sol system. This was the vicious war we were just witness to. Believed impossible only a few decades prior, Horus Lupercal turned on the Imperium and launched a galaxy-wide war, turning brother on brother. We are witness to the Space Marine butchery in the shadows of Titans, as Horus takes the Sol system, methodically ripping down the defenses built by Rogel Dorn. Horus once praised his brother, stating that if it ever came to war between them, it would last an eternity, as the Sons of Horus, the Masters of Assault, would crash against the Imperial Fists, the Masters of Defense. Unfortunately for mankind, this war was only 7 years and resulted in the mortal wounding of the Emperor, his internment on the Golden Throne, and the spiritual torment of the Imperial Fists. In the wake of the Horus Heresy, Astartes' legions, once 100,000 strong, were broken up into chapters of 1,000. This was to make sure that no single leader could threaten the Imperium as Horus had. Rogel Dorn was ashamed of his failure to protect the Sol system, ashamed to have let his father be wounded, and bristled at the implication that this was his legion's fault. He furiously rejected this prescription. Dorn took that fury out on the traitors, leading to the Scouring. Chaos pledged Astartes went from on the cusp of victory to being hunted by wrathful loyalists at every turn. Dorn's rage and shame never diminished, as he would spend days in the pain glove, torturing himself to atone for his sins. It was in this collar that he committed the Imperial Fist Legion to the Iron Warrior's eternal fortress. The Legion could suffer one last time together to bring his traitor brother Perturabo to justice before he would accept them being broken up. The Iron Warriors were the bitter mirror of the Fists. Masters of siege and fortification, instead of fighting by the Emperor's side, they were sent to the dirtiest, most inglorious, and most dangerous corners of the galaxy to break the enemy, human and Xenos alike. Long suffering and long ignored, they refused to buckle under their duties, believing that iron within, iron without. Perturabo was easily turned from the Imperium, viewing the Emperor as another tyrant, identical to those of his homeworld. The Iron Warriors were the backbone of the traitors, never falling to the madness that enveloped other legions. They took pleasure in ripping apart Dorn's defenses, proving who were the better warriors. When Horus fell, they withdrew, goading and bleeding the Imperial Fists whenever possible. The Eternal Fortress was a masterful trap, baiting Rogel Dorn into battle. The Iron Warriors bled the Fist dry in an 8-pointed bastion. They drew in Dorn and the Fist, putting them in kill boxes before withdrawing via tunnel. They ambushed, disoriented, and slaughtered the Fist over and over again until the Loyalists were taking cover in the corpses of their brothers. An Ultramarine relief fleet broke the siege, but Perturabo had his prize, hundreds of Imperial Fist gene seed he offered to the Dark Gods. Dorn's rage and bitterness grew as he hunted traitors with an unquenchable fury. It was the same rage that saw him boarding the flagship of the First Black Crusade, slaughtering Chaos Astartes by the dozens as his bodyguard was cut down. He is missing, presumed dead, with only a hand recovered from the battle. His sons carry on his legacy. The Black Templars are his wrath incarnate. The Crimson Fists regularly fight to the last man, exemplifying his endurance. The Imperial Fists carry on the martial excellence of the Legion, still conquering worlds, building bastions, and recruiting worthy souls to fight in the Imperium's name. They build in defiance of the dark forces that wish to rip everything apart. In this vein, we are witness to the assembly of the Fists. Now, as in the Great Crusade, they rally mortal warriors to their side. Here we see an Imperial Knight, Cadian Guardsman, a Commissar, and stormtroopers assembling for the drop. A chaplain gives a final benediction before the battle, reinforcing the brothers spiritually for the challenge to come. In line with their temperament, the Fists safeguard worlds and technology whenever possible to continue the dream of the Imperium, no matter how dire their surroundings. The Iron Warriors, by comparison, see these attempts as futile, the dying gasps of an empire on the verge of collapse, a corpse being devoured by scavengers too weak to defend itself. They are equally as interested in any world or technology that will give them an advantage to overthrow the Imperium and establish an empire of iron, worlds made in their image. A Land Raider lumbers forth, delivering las-cannon lances into the Imperial Fist defense. Unafraid of bold moves or casualties, an Iron Warrior Thunderhawk blasts a hole in the fortress before ramming the wall and disgorging its deadly payload. The defenders are quickly overwhelmed as the Iron Warriors demonstrate their superiority, shrugging off fire to stomp their opponents, and flanking the enemy with unmatchable momentum. They are able to take out a critical power system, easing their breach of the fortress. Not to be cowed into submission, the Fists use a backup generator to restore power and prepare their defenses. The Iron Warriors are ready for this, blasting apart the las cannon team before allowing a Chaos Dreadnought to rip apart the Breacher Shield wall with a twin autocannon. While less common in the 40th millennium, it stands to reason that the Imperial Fists, the Praetorians of Terra, would drill with shields as all legions had during the Horus Heresy. Seeing that it's only a matter of time before all is lost, an Imperial Fist charges with a heavy thunder hammer, helped by an especially brave guardsman with a las cannon shot. The guardsman is thanked with a bolt shell to the head for his efforts. The Imperial Fists, including one fighting on with one arm, close ranks and account themselves well before ultimately being taken down. A Mechanicus priest escapes with a Techno Relic as the last Imperial Fist living uses his plasma pistol to destroy its housing, denying the enemy any information. Everything I've relayed to you, I love. The Fists are not for me, but just by researching them, I found dozens of details that made them relatable, interesting, tragic, and heroic. As an example, Rogel Dorn, a man of little outward emotion, kept his grandfather's cloak as a keepsake, and brought it with him everywhere as a reminder of his duty to his family and the legacy he upheld. You can imagine him, a stone in the storm, the rock of the Imperium, returning to a firelit chamber only to fall apart mentally at the weight on his shoulders, upholding the legacies of his adopted and genetic fathers. Conversely, with the Iron Warriors, when they were sent on campaign after campaign of thankless, bloody duty, facing mind-bending horrors like the Hrud, only to be forced into garrison duty or shipped off to a new hellhole, it's easy to see how that became a burning resentment, ultimately boiling into vengeance. I'm not kidding, they're my favorite Traitor Legion, and I'll probably be building a Chaos Warband heavily led and influenced by their lore. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown as much as I loved making it. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below for the comment gods, fight it out over lore and narrative interpretations, check out the politics channels in the description below, and also check out the sponsors in the description. I appreciate you, catch you in the next one, until the end.